one of the shows I was going to mention is Alphas. The season 2 cliffhanger where they canceled the show like right after they aired it. Everybody's dead. Everybody in the whole universe is dead. You're like, okay, what's going to happen?
Oh, at least it's the definitive ending.
There's like one person alive. It's like,
what is that one person gonna do if everything else is dead?
I guess I'm gonna read.
It's like, yeah, it's time to read my books.
I didn't
No, I had time. Welcome to That's Alt, show where we discuss everything alt with television, movies, games, and everything geek. I'm Bryan McBallz, and today's episode we're going to be going into our television guilty pleasures. And with me today I have Sacha, TimelessTraveler.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing good, I think. And then we have Elliot, guilty pleasure. Actually, Elliot, EpicPleasure. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Still black.
Still black?
Yeah.
I'm still white.
Yeah.
That's funny how that works out. And we have Cary, Metal Geek, from the Metal Geeks podcast. How are you?
I am televised today.
He is televised.
And I am my own guilty pleasure, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And so you're doing okay? Everything all right?
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
We will rise against those who shield us from the truth, and nothing can stop us in the... Hey.
So let's go ahead and just get straight into this. We're talking about guilty pleasures, so I want to ask you guys this question, basically. In your mind, what flags a show as a guilty pleasure? I mean, because you know we all have a gradient. There's shows you love, there's shows you hate. This is somewhere probably in the middle, maybe a little below middle. You know, something where you know you like the show for some reason, but there's some element that drags it down. So we're going to try and identify that. Cary, to you, what makes a show a guilty pleasure?
If my wife doesn't want to be in the room while I'm watching it, it's a guilty pleasure.
There you go. Is it like man-only shows, or like is it something just so despicable that we can't speak?
No,
of
not
it?
despicable. It's just no. I don't watch those kind of shows, but a lot of them like the Food Network reality shows.
I got
we
you.
watched a lot of those for a while, so she's sort of over that. Mm-hmm. And I still enjoy like Iron Chef America. Can't get enough of that show.
Gotcha. And so like
we have a lot of guilty pleasure shows that we watch together. So
I see. How about you, Elliot? What flags a show as guilty pleasure for you?
For me, it's when the I guess the mass audience is mostly the opposite sex.
Ah.
Yeah.
So like a Twilight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vampire Diaries.
I've never actually watched that. I looked into it, but I didn't watch it.
I've had to see more of that show than I'd like to be
The
honest.
Vampire Diaries, is it good?
No.
Does it sound like it would be good?
I don't know.
But so, is there any certain aspect to it that you think that makes it unappealable to men? Is it the writing?
It's just the I guess the
target audience?
The overt romantic nature.
yeah the
Elliot's in touch with his feminine
feminist.
side.
I'm the most feminist of the group, but I'm the most intimidating apparently.
You heard it here. He's the most feminine with that beard too. And
It sort of migrated down.
how about you, Sacha? What makes a guilty pleasure for you?
I don't know. It's a show that I find kind of dry, I guess. Like the acting's not exceptional, or the writing could be better, or the effects could take better advantage of the budget it's given.
I love cheesy effects on TV shows.
So there's always some element that just drags it down. That doesn't make it great.
Yeah, there's something that doesn't put it to the tier that I think it could be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. I think it's the same thing. And usually to me, I can get by low budgetness. I mean, because you could pull off low budget with some things. Mm-hmm. What bothers me is sloppy writing. Like to me, that's what knocks stuff down a notch for me. And I guess that's what kind of. And I'll just say, I think most reality TV is guilty pleasure, in my opinion. And we can go. We'll dive into that later in the conversation. But for now, we're gonna start with scripted stuff. So I'm gonna ask. Why don't we start with you, Sacha? I'm going to ask, what is a show that is currently airing that you keep up with and you think it's a guilty pleasure?
I'd say Once Upon a Time. It's one of those shows that I don't think is quite taking advantage of the resources it has. Mm-hmm. I love the connections they're making to all these different characters. Like they're having Rumpelstiltskin, for example. He plays so many different characters. Or Robert Carlyle plays Rumpelstiltskin, and it's branched off into several different characters within the fairy tale universe, I guess.
No, I just started watching this show. I'm only like episode 5 in the first season, so I have a long way to go, but should I keep on going?
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I think that through the connections they've made on their own, that it is a very, very satisfying show.
Okay.
I feel that some of the storylines have been acted a little dryly, but overall I've been really satisfied with it.
Because so far, I mean, the acting is not amazing, but it's not bad. Either.
I mean, there are shows that I've been a lot.
Yeah.
If the acting is so bad to a certain degree, I won't watch it anymore.
Do you think the budget has gone down during the seasons?
No, but I really think they would do better if they used more practical sets. Mm. I think that they rely too heavily on the computer-generated settings.
Green screen?
And especially on its spin-off, probably more so on its spin-off.
Do you think they needed to make a second show? Can they just folded that one into the first one, maybe?
I really didn't see why they made Wonderland, but I was really excited. Okay, I was really excited about that one because one of the actors in it, I like seeing people get more exposure, and that happened, and it was like, yes! But I kind of want to see you in the main show.
Isn't Wonderland sort of like, it's like a combination of like Alice in Wonderland and like Aladdin? Because like Jafar is like the main bad guy?
Yes,
I don't understand how that happens.
The Red Queen from Through the Looking Glass and Jafar from Aladdin, they're our main villains. And actually, Jafar's backstory is really messed up.
Okay, so do you think with this particular show, is it just that some of the story arcs are wacky or that bring it down, or is it just purely that some of the scenes aren't acted as well as they could be?
Well, I think my major beef with it is actually texturing for the backgrounds.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't feel cohesive. Mm-hmm. Everything doesn't seem to fit.
I got you.
It looks so artificial.
So there's oversaturation of CGI, pretty much?
The characters don't seem to be in those worlds completely.
I got you. How about you, Elliot?
I actually have two. The first one, I guess, is Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure. At first, like...
You got your wallet with you? Can I get your man card?
No, see, like hear me out. This show, obviously, at first I didn't watch it for the plot. I watched it because there's three good-looking girls. And then I watched the first episode.
You know the really young girls, right?
No, they're actually older than me.
He did his research.
I did my research.
They're okay. They're good. Okay, never mind.
But like I said, I watched the first episode. And it's like it stopped with like a really good cliffhanger. I was like, what? I need to know what happened. So I watched it, and before I knew, I watched like five episodes in one day. I was like, oh my god, no. And then now there's like three seasons on Netflix, and then the fourth one. They're not putting it on Netflix, and I don't want to go look online because I don't want to do all the trouble. So I'm just waiting for that fourth season to get on Netflix. And then,
I've never seen the show, but I've been on the set twice.
Really? Yeah. Where?
In Warner Brothers.
Oh my god.
In LA. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sadly, I've seen a few episodes.
How you like
Sadly.
No, it wasn't my choice. My ex used to watch many questionable shows, one of which being that one. And I would come in and like, I saw so much of a pattern and it bothered me. Like, as every episode ends, like, who's the mystery guy?
A.
It's a guy. Like, it's supposed to be a woman.
There's somebody stalking them named A.
Yeah.
And every episode, it's like teen drama shock value. Like, oh my god, A just texted me.
Yeah.
And then it's a cliffhanger. I'm like, really?
Like it started like I was saying the I guess the end text at the beginning would be really good, but now the way they ended season 3, I just feel like they're going towards more like retardation. It's like, it's not even making any more sense.
Is it turning into like Gossip Girl?
I've never
Because they
watched
don't
Gossip
know
Girl.
who A is.
Well, they don't know who the
or
person.
something?
Like I think the way
They don't know who's stalking them.
Yeah,
I don't think the writers
sure.
know yet.
I'm pretty sure. I think they just want to keep the show on the air.
I saw something online where they're like, this person is A because they have all this information in the background. And it's like,
well, they keep having like they have like so much leads to this person. It's like, oh man, it's this person. Let's go after this person. They get there. Oh, wrong person. Oh, look at another clue leading towards another person. Let's go after the person. It's always the wrong person.
It's just so ridiculous to me because they're always like, someone spiked the punch at the prom. It was A. Yeah, like this is like fucking awful. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can tell why you're guilty about that one.
Yeah.
You had a sec. Well, we'll go to the second one in a bit. Well, actually, is it currently airing?
Yeah, it's currently airing.
All right, we'll go ahead and tell us that.
It's another. Is it MTV? I think it's like Teen Wolf or something. And this one, I watch it because of the main lead actress. I don't know what.
All
her
you got to
name-
do is say MTV.
Well, yeah, actually, I have another show that aired on MTV, but I'll go on that one another time. But like Teen Wolf,
Awkward?
huh?
Awkward?
Did you watch it too?
I watched like the first 2 seasons.
There's only 2 seasons.
There are 4.
There's 4 seasons?
Or 3 or 4, I don't know.
Awkward. This is awkward right now.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna go. Now he has to go catch up.
I have to catch up. Yeah. Like I watched like I said, the main
Your
chick,
evening is
like,
now planned.
Well, no, I still have other things.
I got sucked into that one too.
Yeah, but the guy's acting in the first season just got awful. It's like what's it called? The Twilight chick. He's like the male version of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like he
the
just
male
has no
Bella?
emotions. Yeah, like pay me to play the role, but yeah.
Oh my. How about you, Cary? Any currently airing guilty pleasures?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna say Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. When it
Fine
first
choice.
came out, first couple episodes, I couldn't get into it. I'm still having a little bit trouble here and there, but I'm starting to pick up on the nuances and what they're trying to do, and starting to like it a little bit more every day.
Is it? I haven't seen. Is it good or like what?
I wouldn't say
watching it.
good. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and it really just irked me. Like I wasn't entertained by it. It just made me ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, it still does, but it's one of those series where it's like Lost, where you don't know what's. There's all these secrets behind everything, and you know it's hopefully it doesn't get canceled before they
Get to it.
before they get to it.
Yeah.
See, one thing that bothers me in a lot of these modern generation shows, I hate when the cast is like predominantly young people. Like
Right, they are.
like when everybody is below the age of 30. Like, and that's the thing that bothers me. Coulson's in the show.
Yes.
He's the interesting character. Everyone wants to know about Coulson. And it's like, let's get this elite team together of 18-year-olds to solve this problem. You know, like.
Oh, you were there at the meeting when they were
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you know.
pitching the show. Yeah,
It's like they're definitely aiming this at the young demographic.
right.
And I don't think that, at least in my opinion, when I was growing up, I didn't need a show filled with young people to be interested in it. You know,
Right.
like characters can be interesting whether they're old or young. So why are you going to cast a show with a bunch of young people? Like, I'm sure Coulson could find somebody who's more experienced than a 19-year-old hacker chick. You know, she's I don't know. I don't buy it.
Okay, a lot of people probably don't like the show because they see Marvel in it and they expect Iron Man to be on it every episode or Thor, but
They
it's not
expect the
that
big
kind
names,
of.
yeah.
It's not that kind of
the issue
show.
I had with it actually.
What's your issue?
It's just it seemed to get way campier than the movies. I had an issue with how they were writing it. It didn't seem to
How much
fit,
of it has to do with Joss Whedon, though,
well,
too?
it didn't fit within their universe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
See, that's the
I can
thing.
see that.
That's the problem with the show to begin with. Is like it's cool that it's set in the same universe and it's interesting.
But
to
it
see.
doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, and also you know it's the side story. It's about the guy who brings Coulson his coffee or some shit, you know, like or the people who like, oh
Yeah.
look, Iron Man's on TV. Like, who cares about these people? Like, you want to know about the other. You
I
know?
think Coulson's going to play a big part into the next Avengers movie because I have this idea that Coulson is not really Coulson anymore because he died in the first one. No spoilers, but I think he's like, you know, he's like the first generation of what's going to turn into the Ultron.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on it. That's what I'm going for. And if you look at it, because he always talks about how you one episode he said you're acting very mechanical or something, and he's always talking about, you know, how he spent time in like Tahiti or something, and that was just his mind being put into another body, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They haven't really said anything yet, but they've given hints, and I hope that really plays into like what's coming for the movies too.
So I always thought this like the time was before he died. So
No, it's after he died.
how is he there?
Exactly. That's the big mystery. He doesn't even know. So
I'm interested now.
So that one question, that's my first question when I turn on the show. I'm like, all right, how's he here? I'm like waiting the whole first episode.
And they do tackle that, but they never give you a full answer. They don't even know why. He doesn't even really know.
Yeah.
So it's because he knows that he died. He knows that fact, but he doesn't know why he's here now. And that's why he has this group to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
The hell?
So they're just doing his dirty work, all of his personal research. They're not doing their own thing.
So they're milking it. They're milking it.
Well, he's trying to prove that he's a good agent too. So.
Okay.
So you think that'll feed into Age of Ultron?
I think so because in the way I'm looking at it, he's a clone. He is. He's the first generation of what eventually turns into Ultron. That's my opinion. Don't quote me on that. If you watch this after the Age of Ultron movie, if I'm wrong, it wasn't my fault.
Interesting. Any more current shows you guys want to divulge in, or we'll go to the next question?
What about The Walking Dead?
I don't find that a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I don't find it a guilty pleasure either.
I'm not caught up either, so...
No spoilers in.
No spoilers, but I will say this. I can understand why someone would tag that as a guilty pleasure, but at the same time, I think it's above that threshold.
I think, yeah. I mean, I do like the show. There's some episodes where it's just written really slow, and
there are some episodes you could tell they're like, okay, we need to reserve budget. This is going to be an episode where they kill one zombie and talk the whole episode. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can see that. It's like we have to draw this storyline out for 8 episodes now, so let's just have them talk for a while and talk about spaghetti dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Spaghetti Wednesdays.
Yeah,
you remember?
I like that bit. I mean, I just like Herschel in general.
Yeah,
but
Herschel's like, we're gonna have Spaghetti Wednesdays, and then you notice
every Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday, and he's like, you notice as soon as he mentions Spaghetti Tuesdays, Governor shows up. He wants some spaghetti.
Oh my God!
What?
I think you might be on the right track there.
Oh my God!
He's there for the spaghetti. My currently airing guilty pleasure would be Downton Abbey.
What?
Yes. And I don't know. It's got some decent writing. The set pieces are really, it takes you back to that time period.
It feels authentic.
Feels authentic. The sets don't look cheap. Nothing looks cheap. You can tell they're not in like some bland studio. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a little bit of like romance stuff. You probably like it. It's probably right up your alley.
I probably would enjoy it myself. So I like those plot lines that take place in a specific period. So I probably would enjoy it.
It is a period thing, and it's like it takes place. Hey, it takes place over a course of many years, and it's how the upper class deals with It takes place during like World War I, but that era. Okay. So it shows how the upper class deals with World War I. It shows how it affects the lower class. They're servants who serve these lords. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's interesting.
Is there any comedy, or is it just straight drama?
No, there's some comedy bits, but I mean it is more of a serious show, and there are a lot of depressing things that happen. Like
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
Time period
during that
it's
time
taking
period?
place.
No, really?
There's some depressing stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, there are some. What's the word for that? Anachronistic.
Anachronina.
Where they put a modern day sensibility, like and it's in the wrong time period. Like I feel like they take modern day feminism and they assert that into this time period where you wouldn't have seen it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
they sort of have to if you have it on TV now, you have to have that.
Yeah, but
it's like inappropriate political correctness.
Yes, it's they're trying to be modern day politically correct or something in
a time period
in the 20s or the 30s
when it wouldn't have fit in that period.
And then, I guess it's pretty cliche that the good guy of your show just so happens
he's always so much more open-minded than anyone else.
He's open-minded. He's modern-minded. But he's in the 20s and he's a lord. Like, okay. Like, how is he so nice? Like, everybody else is a dick, but he's okay.
Yeah, I've run into that issue quite a lot with some of the shows I've seen. Like that Australian show I've been watching, she has a lot of modern sensibilities that that while I like in my characters, I know it just doesn't feel right in that time period.
If you're going to do a period piece, I feel like you should be true to it. And I don't know, it just irks
I don't
me.
think it, but at the same time, I don't think it would be as successful because people would be in such rage over it.
They won't relate to it as much.
It'd be more shocking, of course, but that could bring ratings up.
And I'm
too.
not saying they need to be cold-hearted monsters. Like, you know, you obviously need to like your protagonist somewhat, but at the same time, it just, I see it, and I'm like, okay, they wouldn't have thought this way. There's no way this person would have done this action at this time period. And I don't know, it just takes me out a little bit. It's not like game-breaking or anything, but it's like, I notice it. We'll move on to guilty pleasures that have previously aired that you liked. You want to start us off, Sasha?
Previously, I enjoyed The Cape.
Oh, you're that one person.
I'm like Abed from Community. I enjoyed The Cape. 6 seasons in a movie.
I've
Didn't happen.
never seen it.
It barely got 10 episodes.
Did you
Why
get
why
that
don't you
many?
explain it? Me and Elliot are still a little lost on this.
I've never heard of the Cape.
It was on, NBC a
NBC,
couple of
yeah.
years ago. It was a blatant ripoff of Batman.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, there was something about it I just enjoyed.
Happiness. Keith David.
Keith David was in it. Summer Glau.
The Cape.
Tim, it's the Cape.
What are you, like 12?
You're the one wearing long underwear and a cape.
Fair enough.
Tape? All right, what would you have?
It was it was called The Adventures of RJ Berger on MTV. I don't know. I doubt you guys ever heard
Never
of
heard
it.
of it.
I think I have.
You
heard of it.
you heard it? It's
Never watched it. Though.
It's so bad, but don't judge me on
I
this.
don't know why you like it.
No, it's not. See, that's why I said don't judge me. The whole reason, let me say this first. The whole reason I started watching the show is because the main lead actress was like just beautiful. I was like, oh my God, who's that chick? Let me see what she's in. And
Girl, not chick.
then woman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Female.
Female person.
Female human.
Person who's not a man.
Female human.
Yeah, female human. But the show is this high school kid who's like well endowed or something, and it's like his whole career. I don't know. I don't know.
He goes into a career. What happened?
Well, like his whole high school life, and then it was actually me and then like
Endowed.
What do you mean by well endowed?
he has a huge dick.
Wait, can you be more specific?
I thought he had a lot of money.
Like it was me and a good friend of mine, Cameron. Like it was when we first moved out. We were like, oh, we need something to watch, and we watched. We weren't sure why we watched this. It was just going on, and there was this ugly chick was trying to get with him, and then this beautiful chick. The beautiful chick was with this hot guy, and she breaks up with the guy, and now she notices him, and then he the other he ugly chick, and then she's like, what? Why would you do that? Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. And then it got canceled. It got canceled.
I wonder
It got
why.
canceled when the fat chick got pregnant. I'm like, whose baby is it? You know? I gotta know.
You need to take some PC classes, man.
Oh no. I like the show. It was good. It wasn't good. It was terrible. Well,
Don't feel guilty about it.
I see a pattern with you. You're like, yeah, I watched the show. There's a hot chick.
yeah. See, most of
pattern
the
here.
time. Most of the time.
All right.
I have a couple I can go with first. Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Okay.
I loved that show. I know it changed some of the canon around a little bit of the Terminator franchise, but I thought it was a great show. I mean, Summer Glau was great as a female Terminator. What's the Game of Thrones?
Lena Headey.
Lena, she was great in it, and it just ended on canceled. Okay, what's going to happen? But they're making a new Terminator movie, and I just heard they're going to make another series to go along with that too. So,
Well, in my opinion, anything after Terminator 3 is an improvement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the show at all?
I didn't. I saw the first episode actually.
Okay.
That was it.
There was a female Terminator?
Summer Glau.
Not even. Wait, how long ago was that air?
Like,
5 or 6 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, they lasted 2 seasons, I think. I also want to see Heroes.
I loved Heroes.
I did too.
I
I
liked
freaking
Heroes.
loved
Everybody hated it after the second season, but I kept with it. And
Yeah.
And see, everybody seemed to hate the 4th season, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
There was
I would
something
say-
about it I found very interesting.
I mean, compared to the first season, like the first season was just like pretty damn good, and then but everything after that was just you could tell it was going down. Like they had like really huge ratings the first season.
Right.
And then after that, we just kept on going down. And
Now, I never watched the show, but this is my interpretation that I've heard, because I've heard a lot of people talk about Heroes. So, first season was great. It had massive build-up to this one fight. And then the fight happens off-screen, and people got pissed off about it.
Wait, did it even happen?
It really happened.
It didn't
Yeah,
happen.
it didn't really happen.
Oh, it didn't happen?
The fight didn't happen. It was Skylar versus
Future fight
Peter, right?
happened Off screen. The one when he went to the future.
Yeah.
That was the episode before. It would happen off screen after they amassed all the powers.
Oh.
Skylar and the main guy.
I think Skylar
okay.
he was an awesome bad
He was
guy.
a great villain,
Yeah.
but that was one of the things I loved about the fourth season, though. It was that it was a redemption story.
Right, and I don't think he ever considered himself a villain. It was just, that's what he did to survive.
Right.
Yeah. Because he was messed up from the start when, I can't remember what happened with was it his mom and then the clock, something, or was it his
Oh,
dad?
yeah, I remember that.
It's been so long since I watched the show, but
Yeah.
There were so many elements of that character storyline in particular that were just very intricate. It was just built.
And there was
such a very
some
strong character.
storylines that got annoying.
yeah.
And just, they could have just stopped him right there, but I'm not going to call anybody out on it. But yeah, I mean, I liked the whole series. I mean, a lot of people, like, after the first season, they're like, oh, that show's horrible, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
I kept on going.
as it went further, I thought that when they dug into more of the conspiracies around it, it just got continuously more interesting. I was kind of sad that they ended it so
The way they did.
Yeah, it just seemed to end too quickly for some reason.
Yeah.
Then it ended when Claire went to the camera.
Exposed herself.
Yeah, like what the heck? Like, so terrible. I
So,
feel
what,
like
so what made it a guilty pleasure exactly? Just
a lot of people.
the writing was kind of...
People put you down for watching it.
Yeah.
Well, that, and yeah, the writing was a little over the top. It was campy at a lot.
Oh, and it had the most blatant product placement ever.
Dude.
So
That's
how they do
probably
it.
more the TV studio going, hey,
It's like
you want to stay on the air, you got to
it's like
do
The
this.
Walking Dead getting a fresh new car when it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Where are they getting all this gas?
where are they getting this
You know,
brand
a lot
new
of people,
car?
a lot of people considered the Hyundai. They were driving a Hyundai, the SUV. People consider it a character. They're like, because they were driving that brand new Hyundai around for the longest time, and now it's just missing. So it's like I don't know if they lost their product placement or what, but they're like, "Where's the Hyundai?" Like the forums are in outrage about
Some
it.
zombie driving it around.
So my past guilty pleasure, and this is where I want to go on my rant about Smallville. So this was when I was in high school.
Can we get you a soapbox?
No. I see a lot of. I see some of my younger self in Elliot. Very misguided. Watching shows for the wrong reasons. So, I watched Smallville because I thought Kristen Kreuk and Allison Mack I thought they were hot. So I was like, I'm going to check this out. And I was watching, it was a show about Superman. Clark Kent in, spoiler. It's a spoiler that Clark Kent becomes Superman.
Oh my God! Really?
My world is shattered.
So anyways, just to lay it out, this is my thoughts of the show. I knew it was bad, even back then. But I watched it for those girls, pretty much. I was like, when is he going to hook up with Allison Mack? This girl's legit. She likes
Who does
him.
she play in the show?
She plays Chloe...
Chloe something. It's
Chloe-
not even a character from the comics.
She's not in the show from the comic, but apparently Chloe Sullivan. In the show, she is Lois's cousin. And she lives in Smallville. Hey, don't try and ask. I don't understand.
You got to keep it all together.
Okay. So, anyways, this girl was obsessed with Clark, and she was like his best friend. She helped him do all this stuff, and she was like swooning over him all the time. Like, when is he gonna leave Lana and go for this? And I watched it for 4 seasons, and it got worse and worse over the years. But it was bad to begin with because, and this is why I consider it a guilty pleasure. It was a Monster of the Week show. They had kryptonite rain on the town in the first episode, and ever since then, every episode, someone is drinking a Coke or something, and there's a meteor rock in the Coke, and then they become a mutant, and Clark Kent deals with them, and usually they'll figure out his secret identity, but that person mysteriously gets amnesia, or they get killed before they can reveal his identity.
Let me ask you this: was it better than Man of Steel?
No. Man of Steel had some had some meat to it.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some.
There was a lot. There was so much more to Man of Steel than
Yeah,
Smallville.
Man of Steel is much better than
Okay.
Smallville. Smallville is just awful. And
But it lasted for a long
recognize-
time, though, didn't it?
Oh yeah, well, it lasted for 10 seasons. By the way, it pissed me off because it took the Guinness World Record away from Stargate SG-1 as the longest-running sci-fi show. And I would say that that's not even a sci-fi show. Smallville is
Yeah.
that's magical garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Mumbo jumbo.
I have a question. Every time somebody gets mutated, they automatically turn evil and look for Superman.
Yep.
It's in their DNA when they get the
turn evil.
kryptonite.
And that's another thing that bothers me about this show. They had a permanent set up for the hospital. Every episode, someone is in that hospital. It's a small town. Why do they stay in that town?
If you build a set, you got to use it.
Yeah, but it's like,
Lana has a high
Yeah.
insurance rates. And
yeah, Lana's that thing. She needs to get on Obamacare immediately. Because I mean, she goes into the hospital every episode, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Lana, checking in again. Come on, what is it this time?
We have
Fractured
your
rib?
room all set up for you.
We got the VIP room right here for you.
We didn't take your nameplate off from the last time." Like it's like what the. And then they got into ridiculous plot lines like Lana's ancestor was a witch, and so somehow her past ancestor possesses her to become a witch. There was all kinds of garbage in that show.
WB.
WB.
That's
CW.
all you got?
Yeah.
CW.
It was still WB when it started.
It was
though.
WB when it started, and then it became CW.
That's all you got to say.
And that's a rule of thumb, everybody. If you watch a CW show, it's probably bad.
Except for Cult.
now Cult sucked.
No, it didn't.
I can't say it, but I would assume it's.
It wasn't bad.
You can believe her, or you can believe me.
It was good. You believe the guy who watched Smallville?
Hey, don't you watch like Arrow and?
No, I don't.
Okay.
A lot of people like Arrow.
What's wrong with Arrow?
Oh.
I mean, why is it so bad? Like, I know
Don't look at me.
the acting is not top notch.
I actually haven't seen Arrow, but I just know that the creators of Smallville made Arrow, didn't they?
Did they?
Yes.
like the one thing that pisses me off is like, I guess it's his catchphrase. Like every time you catch somebody, you have failed to see. Like that pisses me off. Just catch them. Like.
There's an ongoing joke that he always says that he's been stuck on island
Like-
years in every episode.
Yeah, he always brings up the island. Like, damn, you're off the island. Get over it. It's like you're back on the mainland now.
You're in season 2. Get over it.
No, I've only watched the first season.
No, he's in season 2.
Oh, he keeps saying it in season 2?
No. Well, they do keep flashing back to the island. I think.
Yeah. Every single episode is a flashback to the island. So I wonder how much did he really do on the island?
The sad thing is, Mike.
It's the same island as from
Hey, you
Lost,
gotta think
too.
about this though.
No, I'm not.
I've
if
got
I
a
was
lot
ever
of family that likes the show, so I always catch little bits of it.
I mean, I don't think it's. I watch stuff because it has like superheroes and stuff because I'm interested, but it's not the. It's not the best at all. Like it's not even close.
See, I think Green Arrow is your Green Arrow is my Smallville. That's
I can go
probably-
with that. But see, now I
See,
might
I-
actually
I'd
go look into Smallville.
I'd
just
still
because.
like to have a series
See-
based on the question because I think it'd be awesome.
I think you would like Smallville.
I think I would too.
Oh my gosh, what have we done? See, I have a feeling that we're doing a disservice to Elliot here by having this episode.
Yeah, like I have so many
We're-
shows. I'm
We're
like, oh,
introducing him
watch.
to more shows.
I know a lot of people who love Arrow, so
It's pretty popular right now,
Yeah.
but Smallville was popular too, and I was just like,
Sure.
I mean, I got through like the first season or so of Smallville. I just could not continue.
it is awful. It is awful. You might like it.
never watched it.
I will have to give credit though. I think there were like some good actors in the show. John Glover was that his name? Lionel Luther.
Lionel Luther. Yeah, he was good.
He was the most interesting draw to the show to me.
Didn't last long.
Yeah, he was in for like 4 or 5 seasons.
Was he?
He was there for a long ass
Just
time.
tells you
grandmas
how
didn't get him?
quickly I
Jarrell
opted
took
out.
over his body.
Jarrell took over a lot of people's bodies in that show.
Was he
That's
with Kryptonite too? Was he
weird.
mutated with Kryptonite too?
I don't know. Like the thing is, eventually, maybe he was, but I don't know.
Everybody had a little bit of kryptonite.
Yeah,
in them.
that's the thing I always talk about. Like, oh, hit that meteorite rock.
It's like the water was filtered in kryptonite.
Yeah, like I remember one episode of something ridiculous. Like someone was drinking out of a water fountain in an old folks' home, and there was like a meteor rock under it, and they're like, oh no, like what the hell's gonna happen now?
I remember there was this one episode where a girl was making smoothies and she had like kryptonite in it, and it just made her constantly hungry, but it made her thinner.
Oh yeah,
Kryptonite smoothie. That sounds pretty good.
It was like she'd eat people.
Oh,
It was
that doesn't
really.
sound very good then.
I was gonna ask you a question if. Now you've already answered this question like 10 times so far. I was gonna ask.
Because she's hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever watched a show just because you thought the actor or actress was hot? No.
Yeah.
So you've already given
I mean,
us.
I'll answer again.
You have more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have my main.
Oh, the
He's
main.
gonna pull out his
Yeah,
list.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, you'll start with you. We'll move down.
New girl, Zoe Deschanel.
I can understand that.
I've been a fan of her for a long time, so I was happy when she got her own TV show. I haven't really watched this season, but it's it's on my DVR to actually finish. It's turning into that more of the lovey type of thing. But I was gonna say I watched the first
I
season.
could tell that from the first episode, though.
Two Broke Girls, because of Kat Dennings.
Oh man, don't get me started.
know.
Don't get me started
Is
on
that the
Kat
chick
Dennings.
from
Thor.
Nick and Nora's playlist?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh man, she has really nice lips.
that's not what I would have said. I understood. Yeah.
No, I really meant lips.
Yeah. Okay.
But the problem with
Don't embarrass the female on the panel.
Wait, what are you saying?
We'll go with yours because it's safer. But yeah.
Well, the person, the whole reason I started watching Pretty Little Liars was because of Lucy Hale. Like,
Is that the main girl?
Well, there's like three. I guess the shorter one.
There's the brunette. I don't remember.
There's the gay one, the blonde one, and the not gay one. Oh, there's 4 chicks actually.
The not gay one.
The shorter one. Well, I don't know. She's just I don't know. Like she's like really pretty and like.
Was it the main girl who's in Scream? What number Scream are they on? 4?
She was a girl in How I Met Your Mother. If
I don't know, but I haven't seen it.
I do watch that show.
yeah, I do too. It's a great show.
I'm
that show.
glad that I'm really happy that they're wrapping it up, but I do enjoy that show.
All right, so Pretty Little Liars. How about you? Any crushes that you watched for?
I can't actually think of a crush that I watched a TV show for. Definitely for movies, but like I said, I really like watching people being introduced to new audiences. So I actually started watching Once Upon a Time in Wonderland because Michael Socha, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I feel awful. That guy. He was in Being Human for like the last 3 seasons. He was he played a werewolf called Tom, and I think it's cool because he's like the Knave of Hearts in this show, and the different connections they're making with him. He's Knave of Hearts. He's also Will Scarlet from Robin Hood. So I'm like, I'm
And
enjoying.
Jafar
it.
isn't from. He's from Lost, right? The
Oh yeah, the actor
name?
that plays him, Naveen Andrews.
yeah. There you go.
But I mean, it's kind of cool to see that bridge.
Okay.
It all went back to Once Upon a Time.
I know I'm awful.
Mine would have been the same answer as the Smallville chicks. So we're not going to retread that ground.
Chicks.
Oh, female humans. Sorry.
See, for some reason, I'm more offended by the backtracking than anything else.
Female humans, how can you find offense in that?
Female humans, it's like you're trying to poke somebody with a stick.
Yeah, but it's not derogatory, it's purely biological classification.
Yeah.
It's like if someone called me male human, I'd be like, okay, yeah, whatever, man, that's cool.
That's what you pick when you start RPG, right?
Yeah, male
Female
human.
or male human,
You know,
right?
or if I was
Or
a dwarf, male dwarf. You know, it's not a bad thing. Okay, so
Okay, moving on.
reality TV shows. I'm going to bring this up. Do you think that all reality TV shows are guilty pleasure? If so, why or why
They're all
not?
bad.
You want to start us on that, Sacha?
I don't have so much an issue with competition shows. I think that the competition shows are a little more understandable, I guess. Even some of the game shows.
Yeah.
The only ones I'd really consider guilty pleasures are the ones I don't really watch. Although I do watch Storage Wars.
We could talk about Storage Wars.
We'll talk about that later. But I think the ones you should really feel guilty about are the stuff that follows people in their homes.
In their fake lives.
In their fake lives, like, keeping up with the Kardashians, Jersey
Housewives,
Shore.
all the, yeah.
Those things.
How do people watch that shit?
Okay, I was about to...
No. People watch that shit, dude.
Like, my mom watches, like, the Housewives of, like, you're just watching people who are so much richer than you. Like,
You're watching the privileged and pampered.
yeah, and then they still
giving them more money.
find something to bitch about.
No,
They're making money for doing nothing.
Yeah.
the one that I'm scared about is the Duck Dynasty show. How is that so popular?
The guy with the beard?
Yeah, the
What does he do?
they make duck calls, and they got a reality show, and now they're like millionaires.
The way I viewed it, isn't it like, I've never watched the show, but
Yeah, I haven't
is it
either.
just they got rich by making duck calls, and now it's just hillbillies spending their money doing crazy shit?
I've heard that the family, though, is pretty endearing.
Oh, really?
I don't watch the show myself, but that's what the impression I've been left with by other people.
There's merchandise in every single Walmart. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. No, we went to Toys R Us to pick up a pack of cards, and there's Duck Dynasty stuff in the Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Like
It's
kids
super-
are in
it's
this?
super
Yeah,
popular.
they have like plushies.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's super it's like taking over right now.
God, who watches this stuff?
I just wish I was the guy who could like determine who's going to be the next big thing. And we have some people that make duck calls. Yeah, let's make a
Okay.
show. Let's do it.
We should just find the most retarded thing to do and then get
You
big
know,
on
just
it.
rig up cameras in the Ultness house.
Yeah,
and
you know,
record the
oh
prank.
man, this is so random.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find reality TV shows, especially the ones that claim to be reality, but they're scripted.
Scripted randomness.
Scripted, like I just I find that to be the worst thing possible.
It's all in the editing, man. It's
There was one that aired earlier called Whodunit. I caught the first show and I stopped watching it in the middle of it because it was so obvious that they had come up with what was going to happen before.
See, I like the Joe Schmo show. Did you ever see that?
No.
Because like there's like one guy who thinks it's real and everybody else is a paid actor. It's
Like the Truman Show.
sort of, yeah, but it's like a reality show. You know, they're trying to win money. He was trying to become like a I don't even remember what the premise was right now, but
See, if he's legitimately deceived,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting.
yeah, he really is.
Because
supposedly,
I heard about this online. I don't even know who made it. It's something I saw on like Reddit or Facebook. They said that they had a reality TV show idea where they tell the guys that, hey, look, one guy is gay, the rest of you guys are straight, and
I've heard about that.
the idea is to put them all in a house, and it's the goal of the competition is to find out who the gay guy is. The trick is none of them are gay. So it's 8 straight guys acting extremely gay to try and out-gay each other until they finally drop the bomb and go, hey, yeah, none of you guys are gay. You're just all doing this for the hell of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds
That sounds
awful.
It is pretty awful. I'm just saying.
that sounds like something I would watch, though. That's a guilty pleasure right there. That's
That's a guilty pleasure for Cary.
I haven't even seen it.
I don't know why that popped in my head, but yeah, it's pretty it's pretty ridiculous.
Wait, so who wins?
Nobody wins.
I don't know who wins.
The producers win because
I don't
you're
know if
watching
there's
it.
a winning aspect to it.
Nothing. Society doesn't win. Nobody wins when the reality TV show is there. I mean, I don't know. I find Bravo TV to be the worst thing.
One of the best reality shows I think I've seen though is like the Undercover Boss one.
Undercover Boss.
Because
That's for good intention.
I like that whole thing and the what would you do hidden camera
I
stuff.
haven't seen Undercover Boss is actually sometimes it's good. And sometimes they're
It's not, yeah, sometimes
they're picking companies
it's
out.
good,
You're like,
but,
I've never even heard of this company.
well, yeah, but like what one did I see recently? Like the Family Dollar one or the Hooters one. It's just interesting to have.
What?
Yeah, like why would you?
He's like, more attractive women for me to watch the show about?
No, it's like
It's cool to see how these CEOs who are so out of touch with their the rest of the company are actually getting a better view into their employees' lives.
like I'm confused. The Hooters one, like, well, is like the boss man comes. No. Like he comes down and he sees like,
fixated on
and
this.
then he sees like a chick whose boobs again like neglected or something, and then he picks
No.
her out. Like
You're watching reality shows on the Playboy channel too much, I think.
I'm curious. Like what's the what?
He's just going to see the
how
business.
does that manage?
He's going to
business
check out the
aspect.
business practices.
The,
not so much the assets.
like he one
I see what
point
you did
he was
there.
very offended by one of his managers because he made in order to figure out which of the waitresses could go home, he had
Can't go
them
home.
Not without
go home
exposing themselves.
early because it was a dead hour. So he had them compete to see who would go home early, and they had to eat a plate full of beans, and whoever cleaned their plate first could go home. And the CEO was like so offended by this.
Isn't that just wasting more time eating?
It's wasting time. It's offensive, and it's.
Wait, how's that offensive? It's good competition right there.
What?
Why would you do that to somebody?
Okay.
So
It's a waste
if
of
we
beans,
ever go
too.
to Elliot's house and we're like, hey, Elliot, can I have a glass of water if you finish this plate of beans?
Hey, Elliot, I think it's time for me to go. No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Why don't you eat this bean? Well, I guess I want to talk about the eating shows,
Yes.
like the Food Network and Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
I have a guilty pleasure for those.
I'm on the same exact page. I love all. I'm not the cooking shows, but like
Baking ones.
Watching the other guy
Like the
eat.
ones
some of those are good too, like the baking challenge
I
shows and all
like
that.
the
Cake challenge,
cupcakes.
whatever.
Cake Wars and
Cake
all
Wars.
that. But like Iron Chef America, I love that show. Chopped. I'm really a big fan of like the travel eating shows, like Anthony Bourdain and the Bizarre Food show.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I do like that
I
show.
like that one.
I watched that.
But I think Anthony Bourdain is one of the smartest guys on television. He's just
See, the thing-
somebody I would hang out with.
The thing about me, like, there's a point in my life where I would put on Food Network. Like, I would eat my dinner, and I'd be like, I need something to watch. I'll just put on Food Network.
Yep.
And
We do
then
that.
I would watch that the whole night. I'm like, why did I just spend... I wasted all my time watching Food
See,
Network.
it's funny because we'll sit there in front of a TV with our healthy chicken and rice or whatever we're eating,
Yeah.
and then we'll watch like the remember Adam Richman? He had that.
You
where
shouldn't
he-
watch Food Network when
I
you're
know.
hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Why do
I
you
know.
do that?
Well, that's the worst idea because
And
you
he's like,
man,
trying to-
my food is awful.
This is
compared to what
garbage.
and I
they're
always
eating, like-
end up eating chips afterward.
It makes
I
it,
don't know
makes
why.
it taste a little bit better though. But we watch the shows where he has to eat 50 hot wings or whatever it is, and
Challenges.
challenge shows. Those are fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know a lot more
Yeah, Man
about
vs. Food. That was the name of the
Alton
name.
Brown and Robert Irvine than I'd ever care to know anymore. Like by the
Alton
way-
Brown is cool.
By the way, Alton Brown, if they ever give somebody a PhD in food, it needs to be that guy.
He's a Doctor Who nerd. That's why he wears a bow tie.
Oh, really? Like I just know that guy is ridiculously schooled in food.
Yeah.
Like it's on Iron Chef and he's there and then someone pulls out a weird vegetable and like, hey, what is that? No one knows.
Some of those.
No one knows what that is. And then Alton Brown's like, that is the Venezuelan chili bean.
Yes.
It was cultivated in 1945. I'm like, what the hell? Who knows this?
When salt hits the taste buds, it conjures a curious effect, enhancing flavors via a complex electrochemical reaction. Now, since they cling to food and melt at different rates, diamond crystals deliver a flavor and texture that other salts just can't replicate. Now,
Who knows about this?
Did you ever watch his cooking show though?
Oh yeah, he's like a genius.
It was like some of the shots he did on that show. It was just very creative television.
Oh, yeah, he builds his own cooking apparatus. Like he's doing all this crazy. He's a genius.
He's a sweet genius.
No. See
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So all right, I want to ask one more question.
Yes.
If there is pick a guilty pleasure of yours. Is there something you could fix about the show that would make it redeemable?
Make it less retarded.
Yeah.
What is with you, man?
Like Well, see, that's the thing. If you change something about the show, you might actually make it good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Why?
Don't you want to make your show better?
Well, I like the show the way it is. That's the whole reason.
But wouldn't you want more people to get into it?
No,
If you make
hell
it better?
no.
He's a hipster.
But if more people don't get into it, the ratings stay low and then it gets canceled.
Well,
So like Pretty Little Liars, if they made it,
it's gone.
it's gone. Okay, never mind. I don't even care.
Never mind.
Like, okay, the way I see it, for that show to be good, it should have ended by now, because there's only so much. You're in a small town. One person is stalking you. It's a small town.
Well, you spoiled it for me.
It sounds just like Gossip Girl.
Really? I've never seen Gossip Girl, but like you,
What?
it's not hard to.
Of all the people here, you haven't seen Gossip?
I haven't seen Gossip Girl.
Is that the one that takes place in New York?
Yeah, Upper East Side.
I've seen episodes of that too.
But like, you can trap somebody. Like, I'm not sure. No offense, but I'm not sure if it's just because the girls didn't know how to hunt or something. But like you can find out who's stalking you.
You never hunt a man.
Like I don't know, but like
man.
for the show to get better, it should have ended by now. Like the end, they could have made the ending good.
Okay.
But it's still going on. Like
got
going on
you.
to God knows where.
Well, if they can make money off it, of course, it's still going to go on.
Yeah, I know.
Everything
which is
you've
what
done
sucks.
to describe Pretty Little Liars just has convinced me
It's
that
gossip?
you need to watch Gossip Girl.
Or is it as bad as this?
Yeah. Well,
Actually, it's got its moments. It's just sometimes the acting's really, really poor.
I think it's like a slightly older age demographic. Like you're watching Gossip Girl, it's like 14-year-old girls. Like Gossip Girl's like 17-year-old girls.
You said Gossip Girl twice.
Oh, Pretty Little Liars is 14-year-old girls.
Wait, the
Gossip
14-year-old
Girl is
girls?
They're like
17-year-old.
Oh, in the agent in the show, they're
Yeah,
like
the
17.
The age demographic.
Yeah, 7. Oh,
Like, isn't Pretty Little Liars more?
no, it's more adultish.
Really?
Well,
it's like on ABC
older-
Family.
Yeah, well, they have some. Well, it's not like 14-year-old
Girl
girls
is
because
like
there's like some
CW.
dark aspects to it.
I gotcha.
But
Okay.
On that note, we're gonna wrap this up. We've listed a lot of shows that Elliot will likely be watching. And go ahead and give us your opinion. Leave a comment for us. Let us know what your guilty pleasures are. Please share, and please share the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Ultness, and of course, you can always visit our website ultness.com. And join us next time when we will be talking about all things alt relating to TV, movies, and video games, and everything geek. I'm Bryan McBallz, and with me, again, Sacha, Timeless Traveler,
Goodbye.
Elliot, Guilty Pleasure, and Cary, Metal
Guilty
Geek.
I have
pleasure.
nothing
And we're all.
you have no
to. I don't
jazz
have
hands.
anything. Jazz hands.
Oh man! So are you legitimately gonna watch these?
Well, no, I don't have
We
time.
want to report card.
Okay.
I have
We never
other
talked about
shows
Storage
to watch.
Wars.
We didn't. So Storage Wars. I know
It's
we have a thing
good.
for that.
It's fun to watch. I like seeing what secrets they
The
find.
bargaining. Sacha,
Also,
you fool.
what is that one where they have to drive around? They get some equipment like payloads from one place to the other. They bid on the cheapest they can go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
the name
Storage
of
Wars,
that one.
right?
That's Truck Wars or something.
Truck Wars?
Something like that.
Something
yeah.
Wars. Trucker Wars.
Something. There you go.
But I mean, Storage Wars has been pretty cool because it takes place in around
California.
Southern
area.
California for the most part. And so a lot of the stuff sometimes they'll find some movie memorabilia in the lockers. Like they found Shelley Duvall's shoes from Popeye.